Are you nuts?
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Financial Literacy 101. And this is an after action review. When we're talking about Tilray and also Sundial Growers, I try to warn people and tell people I will not be getting into Tilray, nor neither would I be getting to Sundial Growers unless it's an option. And this is very important according to the Wall Street Bets, because essentially there's a lot of investigations. There's a lot of things going on with this particular group because essentially they are controlling the stock market. And we're going to get inside of this and we're going to try to break this down and deconstruct how they're doing this, why they're doing this, and how it's affecting your money. All right, so let's start off and let's really talk about how Tilray is performing right now, because it's imperative that you guys understand that Tilray themselves are really tanking essentially from yesterday, because when we look at the past performance and we look at yesterday again, even though that Robinhood is not showing this, Tilray was up to $70 per share. Now, and at one point it went down to 63, and ever since then they've been tanking. Now, with the Wall Street Bets Group, you see essentially the list that they have here of how they're going to attack the market. First, it was Sundown, Tilray, Ethereum, GameStop, Tesla, AMC, BlackBerry, Palatar, Microvision, and Aurora. Now, if you look at my particular, let me pop up my particular. This is a headline story. Let me start here first. While Sundial Growers start gaining again, but Tilray and Granum Holdings dropped today. When we look at this, it says, what happened? So the Wall Street Bets forum on Reddit is getting more public this week with reports on CNBC that crowd behind recent short squeeze momentum names is now focused on the cannabis sector. Trading in the sector is volatile again today, with shares moving as follows as of 10. So you got, again, the top two, it's Tilray and Sundial Growers, with the last one being the Granum Holdings. So I'm mostly focused on Sundial Growers because this is where most people are going to spend their money. They see a stock that is trending. And in the course of the past week, we can see where it was peaking right here around $3.40 per share. And now, once again, the whole pump and dump strategy the Wall Street Bets people are actually doing is actually made them a lot of money while it's actually killing the market. And if you notice, other stocks they've been naming like AMC and as well as GameStop are not coming back as good as people thought they would, that the group is now off of those particular stocks. But Tilray had a significant drop in stock price and share price. And now there's a lot of people who have lost thousands of dollars because of the whole old school penny stock method of pump it up, then dump it. Now, me, myself, if you notice, there's some other information besides the cannabis stock that Elon Musk's brother, he sold 25 million dollars worth of the Tesla stock, which equals out to 30,000 shares. He sold 30,000 shares for $25 million. And now even Tesla is going down. I don't know what's going on in the market. These are indicators that the market could be in a recession. The market could be on a downturn. I don't think there's really no large indicators as of yet as the market doing a market crash, but it's definitely sliding. Okay, it's definitely sliding with the likes of Tilray, Sundial Growers, and any of these stocks that that the Wall Street Bets Group have on their list. See, I am in Tesla and look at Tesla today. Now, when I see these stocks on this particular list, I get very weary, and I'm going to tell you why. So I'm not going to focus on Sundial Growers. That's because I have a $7,000 option in Tesla, and I'm already down $4,000. I'm not happy about that. There's really nothing I can do about that. Now, I could possibly sell this option. And retain what? Maybe $2,800. That's how much I can retain. because my market value is down. Now, what I'm hoping is that this Wall Street Bets group delist Tesla from their group, or at least pump Tesla up so I can make my money back and get out of here. But if you go around the market and you look at all of these stocks, they are struggling. I don't know what Wall Street is doing versus trying to combat Wall Street Bets from making millions of dollars and squeezing the market. But ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, all of these stocks on this list are doing horribly bad. So with this very basic knowledge, I'm telling you right now, please do not invest in these stocks right now. Please do not invest in these stocks right now. Do not do that. Don't invest in those stocks, ladies and gentlemen, whether it be Tilray, Afira, GameStop, Tesla, AMC, BlackBerry, Palatar, Microvision, and Aurora Cannabis. If you have shares in those stocks, hold what you have. Hold what you have and wait, because right now the market is just way too volatile, and I believe that you're going to lose more than you gain. And if you notice, this particular list came out when? It came out February the 10th, yesterday. So all of these stocks are being affected by this group. Believe it or not, you wouldn't think that this group had that much power, but let me tell you, it's over 1 million people in this group. This group have over 1 million people, and let's just say 10% of them. So 10% is 100,000 of them are millionaires, and they can sway the market. They can turn the market how they want. This is how social media essentially is in every infrastructure of our country, and how a group online can control Wall Street. They can either make millions of dollars of Wall Street and Wall Street allow them, or Wall Street will have to shut it all down. This is how you control the market when you get people of millionaire status in a group and they all say, okay, let's go and buy Tilray. Tilray goes up to $70 a share. Then they say, tomorrow we're going to sell Tilray before the market is open. This is how you control the market. Then if you notice a story like this, okay, they even have the time. Look at this, February 11th, 10:35 a.m. Watch this. Sundial Growers stock gained again, but Tilray and its other stock dropped today. But when you go to Sundial Growers, let me go back one, SNDL, they're down. That's because this group dumped the stock. So earlier today, the stock was up to $3.96 right when the market opened. And what did I tell you? Soon as the market opened, this group sold. This group dumped the stock. So you're talking about a stock previous from that day. They went in and they bought. Okay. $3.32. The market opens. $3.96. They sold. They made their money. They're out. And then it tanks down to $2.85. It peaks back up to around $3.11. And look where it is now. $2.45. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, I'm going to do this throughout the entire video. If you have any of these stocks, hold what you have. Do not sell, do not buy. I am telling you to hold, because right now there's a lot of things going on with this Wall Street Bets, and they are essentially cornering and squeezing the market for every penny, whether it be to call options in individual stocks or puts. So this is what's going on. Anytime they put out a bet to say, hey, we're going to start selling Sundial Growers, that means other $1 million investors come in and buy puts. And puts is betting on a stock that's going to go down. Well, of course, Tilray is going to go down, because my buddy, who's also in the Wall Street groups, went ahead and invested $50,000. So you got 10 people investing $50,000, the stock goes up. They put out a message, say, hey, sell Tilray in the opening of the market. The stock goes down. Then the other millionaire investors come in and buy options, because they knew that the stock was going to go down and they'll make millions of dollars. So Wall Street is like, okay, hold up. We're the house. If everybody been to Vegas or Atlantic City, or you live in a state where legalized gambling and you go into a gambling hall and you understand the house usually makes most of the money with some winners. Well, essentially, the stock market is the same way. Essentially, the stock market is the same way. They are the house. And when the house is losing money, they have to rearrange the way the house goes about doing business. And right now, the house is Wall Street, and their supporters, their bouncers, their bodyguards is FINRA, the FTC, and the SIPC, and the Federal Trade Commission. So you got FINRA, you got the other one, the Federal Trade Commission. Okay, so you have all these federal government agencies that are in cahoots with Wall Street. They're getting paid back deals. They're like, hold up, we can't let one group on social media control the entire stock market. We can't allow this to happen. Because, ladies and gentlemen, once again, if you're investing in one of these stocks, you probably have lost a lot of money, or you gained a lot of money and you got out. Now, for me, I used to be a day trader, but I haven't been day trading in the past 6 months. So essentially, I've lost a lot of money. Now, I did something that was very, very smart, and believe me, it was luck. I'm not going to lie to you. I sold Powtar. I sold Powtar last week. Now, look at my portfolio for the past week. I've lost $2,000. What about the past month? I've lost $2,500 in the past month, and a lot of this because of this Wall Street bets. Now, I'm not liking what they're doing, but at the same time, I understand what they're doing. They're paying back Wall Street. That's what they're doing. This is more of a revenge tactic in my beliefs. But let me show you my history here. I want to show you when I sold Powtar. Let me see if I can pop that up for you guys. I sold them right before they listed it on their website, and I took my money and ran. Look at Powtar, another one that's on the Wall Street bets right here. Again, any stock on this list is doing horribly bad right now, because Wall Street is noticing that they're controlling the market, and they're doing a really, really good job of squeezing people out of these stocks. So these stocks are really, really hurting. Let's finish this one really quickly. So in the past month, look at Powtar. So on the 27th of January, Powtar was $43 a share. Now it's $32 a share. So it essentially went down $9 to $10, and it's still dropping. So let me look at my history here, and I want to show you where I sold. Okay, there it is. So January 22nd, I did a call. Here's another contract. I bought some more fractions of a share, and then I sold all of my 76 shares at $34. I sold all my 76 shares at $34, and look at the market now. So right now, I would be down in my portfolio because down there at 32, 33, it's teetering back and forth, but I got out, okay? And that was just an investment strategy that I was looking at the trending of the stocks and looking at how things are going. All right, let's take another one. Let's take AMC. Let's take AMC and look at how the Wall Street bets are controlling cannabis stocks, but as well as other injury stocks as well. Look at AMC. Look at AMC, and look at the past month. So this is when they were doing their business. AMC was up to $19.88. So let's say $20. Information came out about this group. So this is when I went in and bought me an option, because I said they're at least going to be $7. But ladies and gentlemen, AMC has not returned to $7. It went down to $8.68, then $11, then it dropped down to $7, and now it's moving sideways on a slow decline. Let me show you my history here. So right here, you see my return, a negative $1,289. That's where I'm at. I'm actually hurting on this option trade as well. Let's move right along. We know a black backboard. Let's look at Microvision, because maybe I'm wrong. Maybe some of these stocks are performing well. Let me just check, because I didn't go through this before I went live. I like to do things live because I want to see if I'm right. Let's see if this stock is up. Let's look at this stock in the past day performance. Let's look at it. So when it comes to Microvision, it looks as though that I was wrong. But 938 year Microvision was $21.24, okay? But now when I look at the total analytics of today, I am right. So essentially, if you was investing in Microvision and you saw the uptick, if you were looking at your candlesticks, your RSIs, all your analytics to help you to invest or not to invest in the stock or hold what you have, then essentially I'm correct on this one as well, because guess what? Ever since that list came out, look at how this stock is moving sideways, but steadily down. Steadily down. Now, before the group came out, this stock was around $17.94. We go back a little bit. It was at $20. So then it bolstered up to $21. drops all the way down, 11.30 today to $17. They try to come back, but now it's still back at $18 and ticking down. But essentially for today, it's 28% up. So essentially, when I look at this list again, I'm like, they're still not doing good as projected. Let's do one more. Aurora Cannabis, ACB. Let's look at ACB. Aurora Cannabis, and they're down. So essentially, 100% of these stocks that's on this list are down. Let's look at today's performance. So yesterday, this stock was at $18.89. Wall Street Bets comes out, pump and dump. They dumped it. You see that? You see the dump? 9 o'clock. It went from 18 to 15 to 14, and now we're looking at $14.66. This is the power when people who have the ability to invest thousands of dollars, if not $100,000 of dollars in one particular stock and control the stock market. And you essentially take the house away from Wall Street. The house never loses, but they found out a way to make the house lose, and it's working. But in that, innocent bystanders, okay, during a drive-by, there's always innocent bystanders that get killed. And in this particular point, I am an innocent bystander, okay? Let's look at one more, and I'm going to read some of your notes. Let's do BlackBerry. Let's look at BlackBerry very, very quickly. BlackBerry, are you up? No, BlackBerry is not. Let's stretch it out. So again, we understand what Wall Street Bets Group has been doing throughout the course of the past 2 weeks. So I'm looking at the volatility. Let's go all the way to the 10th. So the 10th at 9:48 a.m., it was down to $12.79. They ticked up around noontime at $13. And ever since the list came out, according to yesterday, they're still down at $12.52. This is what has been going on throughout the past 2 weeks when it comes to this Wall Street Bets Group, okay? So let's see what the people are saying here. Who do we have in the room? Someone, Chaos said, Tilray straight to hell. We got Rose. So we should sell SNDL basically. No. Do not sell your Sundial Growers. Because after all of this hoopla, it's kind of like the pandemic. A lot of things are occurring that don't usually occur because of this pandemic. Do not sell that stock because that's a Canadian stock, and the whole country of Canada has legalized recreational weed. So without all the Wall Street Bets Group getting inside the mix, let's think long term. Let's think past 1 week, 2 weeks to a month. Let's look very, very long term. Now we have 14 states and the District of Columbia who have legalized recreational marijuana. So do not sell your stocks because essentially, I don't know where they're getting their supplies from, but we should also be looking for American companies. Now, the only way American companies are going to come public with marijuana is when the federal government approves that legalized weed can be sold around the U.S., just like they did alcohol. Because, alcohol, pre-prohibition terms, you cannot buy alcohol. You only can buy moonshine. Then when the federal government can figure out we can really make some good money from this, so let's go ahead and make it legal and tax the hell out of alcohol. When they figure out a way, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, when they figure out a way how to tax marijuana, which states are already figured it out, so it's not a matter of figuring it out. It's just a matter of popularity. Okay, it's really not that popular right now, but I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you will die quicker from alcohol than you would cannabis. Okay, just do the math and do your research. All right, let's say here we got Michael. When can it go bankrupto? Please, Michael, more context. I don't know what you're referring to. ABL says, should we hold SNDL? Yes, you should hold. When would you think we should sell Sundial? Let me see if I can post some of your comments up here on the screen so everybody can see it from all the different platforms. So should we sell? No. All right, here we go. You shouldn't sell Sundial Growers for a while. Okay, because cannabis is not going anywhere for a very, very long time. Cannabis is going to be one of the most profitable stocks on the market in the next 2 or 3 years here. as more states, especially red states, like Montana has now legalized cannabis. Who would have thought? South Dakota has legalized marijuana. Who would have thought? Like you're riding your horse in Montana smoking a blunt. I mean, maybe not a blunt, maybe a white boy, maybe a spliff, maybe a Optimo, maybe a white owl. I'm just naming some stuff I heard around the block. But when we say Tilray, buy or sell, this is a good one. When it comes to Tilray, you probably already at a loss. I'm going to say go ahead and ride this one out. Don't sell, don't buy, just hold. Tilray, with all the other cannabis stocks, don't buy, don't sell, just hold. Now, I like what Ashley is saying. Yes. Look at all your analytics, look at all of the data, and yes, put options are the way to go right now. Because of the downturn in the market, put options are the way to go. Put options are absolutely the way to go. Not call options, because as you can tell, as I've been showing you guys my particular portfolio, it looks like straight trash. So in the past month or so, I've lost plenty of money. Now, I know this is not big because I'm going to cut off the options over here, but I can just tell you, I want you guys to follow me along. On my AMC call for $7, I'm down, let's just say $1,300. My plug option that expires March 5th for a $70 call, I'm down $942. My Tesla option for a call at $852, I'm down $4,200. Okay, that is my mortgage times 3. See, Chronos Group, I'm down 147. That's another cannabis stock, but thank God that expires on March 12th. Then AMD, I am nowhere near 120. I believe AMD is at $90, maybe already at 80. Let me just check this very quickly. I know AMD is down, and as I expected, it's still at 90 something dollars. Okay, so it's nowhere near 120. So I'm pretty much down on all of my shares. Okay, so put options right now is a strategy to go, but continue to look at the market. I just got 33 shares of Sundown last night. Okay, last night. Well, if I were you, Scooter, I will hold on to them. When do you see a sale for Sundial or any of these cannabis stocks? Avo, no time soon. No time soon. People are not going to stop smoking and drinking and using cannabinoid products, whether it be CBD or THC products. So I would say hold for the long term. Don't lose any money by trying to sell. Ladies and gentlemen, do not become an emotional investor. I say again, do not, hold up. I might just need to look at you guys for a second. Do not become an emotional investor. I just had to look at you guys for a second. Do not become an emotional investor. All right. Now, no, he said I hold. Let's see. Michael says I'm down over $100,000 RN. What is RN, Michael? Let me know what RN is. That could be rubles. I'm trying to figure out what RN currency is. What is the target price and how long may it take to reach? Now, I don't know if you're talking about Tilray or you're talking about Sundial Growers, but we need to understand Tilray last year got up to $146. I believe Donald Trump passed some sort of legislation that dropped Tilray down way below $50. And now Tilray, as of yesterday, was up $70 and now it's down to $33. So again, because Canada and all of these stocks we're talking about are out of Canada, and Canada has legalized weed throughout the entire country, I would just hold my stocks, guys. I would do put options and I will hold my stocks. Okay. Let's see here. Justice says I'm down about 100,000 K is wicked. I don't know if we should buy or hold before closing. Now, the reason why I'm trying to say hold, usually I would tell people to buy. What's going on right now is very unforeseen. This has never happened in the history of the stock market where it was so public. Okay, I'm pretty sure it happened behind closed doors with inside traders, but never on a public platform where people are just like openly talking about, hey, we're going to do this. and we're gonna buy, and then we're gonna sell, and then we're gonna put in put options and make a lot of money. I've never seen this before. And most other investors and people who commentate on investing have never seen this before on the public platform. So that's why I'm telling you, just hold, just be patient. Now, if some of you guys see opportunities and you guys are not novice or beginning investors, then go ahead and do what you do. But for you guys who are just jumping in and probably only a year under your belt of investment, but if you guys have been investing 5, 10 years, then you know what to do, okay? All right, let's look at this. It says, since there's some resistance at the $2 range, I am hoping it holds and starts to increase slowly. Okay. I believe that Sundial Growers, okay, I believe that Sundial Growers will bounce back. But do I know when? It's going to take some time, I believe. I'm hoping that this group leaves Sundial Growers alone. That way Sundial Growers can actually bounce back appropriately. Okay. But once again, I'm telling you guys, hold what you have. Okay, hold what you have. Ashley says, do you think is it good to get a put on Sundial? Let's look at this very quickly. I want to look at this, probably a new stock. So let me go off a year. When Sundial back in 2020 March, there was at $1.65. And they dropped down to under $1, and they started to move sideways at 22 cents. They peaked at 40 cents. They went to 80 cents, 50 cents. You know what? Based upon just a brief glance at this, it may be smart to buy an option. But I'm not too quick to say which option, because the history is showing that this stock is so volatile that it can go either way, right? So the point I'm making here, let's say, for instance, you buy a put, say you bought a put option, was it $1.10? You say, I'm banking on the stock going down, okay? So you made some money, but then it peaked up and you made some money. And now you're still doing put options, but all the while the stock is actually rising up, is increasing in share point price. But if you look at the history, other than March the 5th, this stock has been performing under $1 the entire time. It just recently hit $1, and now it's up over $2 to $3. Have you noticed that? So essentially a put option, just glancing at this, only one analytics. I'm not reading the news. I'm not getting into the backdrop. I'm not looking at movement averages. I'm not looking at anything else. I am just simply looking at the way that this stock is moving. And a put option is your best bet according to a very brief glance. Put option. There's still money to be made in the market, and it comes in the form of put options, okay? So that was Ashley's question. Let's see. We got Jermaine Anderson. Nice to see you on here today, good sir. He said there's a lot of innocent that try and follow to make a quick buck. Shaking my head. Yeah. And a lot of us are falling by the wayside. I tell you, in a drive-by shooting, mostly the people who are innocent are the ones who get shot. All right. That's what's going on right now. Let's see who else we have here. How low do you think Sundial can drop to? Based upon what I just said, Sundial Growers can drop down to under $1. Okay, the possibilities are endless when it comes to the decline of this stock price. Okay, we got MJ ETF is what I own. Yeah, I remember MJ. Isn't that a cannabis ETF? If I'm not mistaken, I believe that is a harvest something. Let me look into this very quickly. Well, here it is. Here we go. D General put this up on the map. And I remember, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that I actually invested in this stock. Let me look at this. I don't have my history on here. The dividends on this one is really good at 3.4%. I'm liking that. The price per earnings, is down $3.43. They're not a profitable company, but they're looking steady when it comes to this ETF. If you notice, ladies and gentlemen, let me see here. Okay, 2018, they went down to $24.18. Woo! March 20 during the pandemic, they went down to $9.72. And now this stock is up to $25. They're doing very, very well. So they're not being affected by the Wall Street Bets group, and that's because they have not listened to them. And mainly, ladies and gentlemen, it's because this is an ETF. As I tell all my investors, whether you be an expert, intermediate, or novice investor, ETFs are probably one of the safe investments you'll ever make. ETFs and index funds. And Robinhood, WeBull, M1 Finance, Stash, all of these robo-investor platforms have a lot of ETFs for you to offer. So if you want to get into marijuana stocks, look more into MJ. That is the ticker for this particular stock, MJ. Also known as ETF, MG Alternative Harvest, okay? I'm not going to get into a whole stock review with this, but you should look into this if you want to get into the cannabis market. And believe me, ladies and gentlemen, the cannabis market is not going anywhere. It's like alcohol. It's not going anywhere, okay? What else? Oh, right now. Michael said RM means right now. Okay, you're down 100,000. Okay, didn't mean to show that. Don't know what's going on with that particular one. I might have to block somebody spamming my. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Got a spammer on here. That was from Facebook. Okay. All right, got him out of here. Steve Bryan, he said, what's up? Am I missing any notes here? Let me see. Let me see if I miss anybody's stuff. Said, amen. We ain't never killed nobody. People got killed over weed, but we have not killed anybody. That's true. Do you have any advice on naked? Do I have any advice on naked? Let me check into this very quickly. I believe he's talking about the Naked brand. If I'm not mistaken, that's the only one that I can think of. Naked. Oh, you know what, man? I'm not really speaking about. I think that's a swim company. Let me look this up very quickly. Naked. Okay. There we go. Yeah, unfortunately, we're talking mostly about cannabis and the stocks that the Wall Street Bets Group is actually have on their list. So this is my main focus for today, guys, because I know a lot of you are probably thought about investing or already have invested like me. Let me tell you my history of some of these investments. Sundial Growers, I invested. Tilray, I invested. Afria, I invested. GameStop, I invested. Tesla, currently invested. AMC, currently invested. BlackBerry is a no. Paltar, I just sold my stocks 2 days ago. Microvision, I used to invest in Microvision, and then Aurora Cannabis, I used to invest in Aurora Cannabis. So this whole list means something to me, either past, present, or futuristically looking out on these particular stocks. Okay. Let's see here. What about ACB? We talked about ACB, but I'll go back over it. Okay, I'll go back over it for one quick second. If we look at Aurora Cannabis, I'm just telling everybody to hold what they have. Hold what you have with all of these Canadian cannabis stocks. Hold what you have on all of these Canadian cannabis stocks. They will rebound. Do I know when? Absolutely not. Any person who's giving you advice or insight or predictions on a stock, they can only tell you what they think based upon the analytics and news. If somebody say, oh, I know on April 7th, Aurora Cannabis is going to hit $16, they are a damn liar, okay? No one is predicting the stock market except those who are controlling it. All right, we got Michael, his thoughts on Dodge. I will address Dodge because I did talk about Bitcoin today, and I am invested in Dodge. I am down currently. $28, which is 14%. I currently have $204 invested in Dodge coin. Okay, here's my history. Okay, I did do a limited buy, but I canceled it. But I roughly have 2,500 shares. Okay, my quantity right here, 2,500 shares. I'm going to hold on to Dogecoin. I'm going to hold on to Dogecoin because you got Snoop Dogg, you got Elon Musk, and this is a pay system that doesn't have the traditional fees of traditional banks and wiring systems. And again, we're talking about cryptocurrencies. We're talking a new currency market. Ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin is killing it. Okay, I don't know if they're on a downturn right now, but we're going to look at the Bitcoin very quickly. We're just going to glance over Bitcoin. but Bitcoin has been doing the damn thing. I'm actually happy with Bitcoin right now. I'm up 49%. My total equity is $5 grand with this. I invested $3,400. So essentially my profit is $1,678. My portfolio diversity is 15%. But listen, I have zero. Let me blow this up. I literally have 0.1 shares in Bitcoin. And look how much I'm making. That's why I tell people, stop looking at the share price. Okay? Stop looking at the share price and look at the percent that you can actually make in your money. Because that's very, very imperative. Okay? That's very, very imperative. So if you guys don't have any questions, I'm about to get out of here. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm just waiting to see if anybody else has anything else they want to address. Steve Bryan says, why not just invest in blockchain and benefit from the rise and popularity of all crypto? Why not? Why not, Steve? Okay, this is what Steve is talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Steve says, why not invest in blockchain and benefit from the rise and popularity of all crypto? Why not? I concur. So blockchain essentially is the security and connections behind all cryptocurrencies. People like IBM, Intel are all inside of blockchain technology. So it would behoove you to invest in blockchains. I agree, Steve. You should invest in blockchains. Okay? Blockchains is the way to go as well when it comes to Bitcoin. But let me come to cryptocurrencies. But let me tell you, you cannot invest in blockchains without investing in Bitcoin. They kind of go hand in hand. Case in point, when you look at Riot Blockchain, they're up 18% today. They're doing fairly well. Let's look at their tenure. Okay, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. So we look at the 5 years. We go back to 2017. They were up $28.50 at a percentage of 1,270%. They were up. Okay. The past year, they've been up 2,700%. The past 3 months, 1,100. The past month, 86. The past week, 82. The past day. Now, for those who don't want to drop a couple of $100 into Riot Blockchain, you might just want to buy an option. Let's look at the options so I can direct you how I will go about buying an option. I think you guys may like that. Let me walk through this and I'll get out of here, okay? Michael is asking all types of questions. Michael, if you want to join the live podcast, brother, listen. This is what I'll do for Mike, guys. Let me do something for Mike very quickly. He has a lot of questions. If you want to do a quick interview, here you go, brother. Here you go. I left a link in the chat where you can join me. So let me get back on this, okay? So if you want to join me, go and click that. You can use that with or without your video. But for now, let's talk about this. Let's go about this option trade very quickly. So we're talking about Riot Blockchain. It said engages in the provision of investment services to the blockchain ecosystem, as well as manufacturing in vitro substance. Its portfolio includes, Coinsware and TestPay. But nonetheless, trade options. So how would I go about this option? So currently, now granted, I'm just giving you a brief overview. I would do a lot more research on this company. I would see what type of contracts, were their innovations, who they're in business with, how they're going to grow their business, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm looking at all of those things. But just to kind of briefly go over how we'll go about buying this option, I looked at a brief timeline history. That's not enough analytics for you to invest, but I'm just showing you how you'll go about doing this option. Now, me currently, what I like to do is I look at the current share price, which is $43.50 that's fluctuating. So I either go 1 to 2 down below the current price instead of going up. Because you can essentially come in already making money when you go below, but it's going to be a more expensive option. You see, this number here always timed this by 100. Okay, you see that it's cheaper when you go above the current share price and it's much more expensive below the share price. But because February 12th is absolutely tomorrow, there's no way I would ever buy an option that close. Now, I will essentially do a month out, but on this particular one, I will probably go around to April 1st. Now we're talking about big, big, big money. Now we're talking about, I'm gonna look at the current share price. Let me refresh this. Give me 1 second. All right, now we're on April 1st. I'm looking at the current stock price of $43, okay? And I want to go a little bit more back up to 40 because I don't want the option to be that expensive, okay? So now it's at $43. I think I will come around between these two right here. I would do how many options I can afford at the current time. And you have to times that by 10. So let's say 2 options, okay? And then you review the order, but that 2 options is going to cost you $2,800, damn near $2,900, because they're saying, according to the implied volatility, chances are you're going to make your money back plus 3 times the amount. Okay, and we're talking about implied volatility. The implied volatility is an indicator, is an analytic to show you that this is the chance that you have to make or break money. You have a 233% of making profit off this investment. That is a good indicator when it comes to implied volatility. So again, you guys want to buy or sell your option, call or put, and we're talking about a call because we're banking on the stock going up in stock price. And then the expiration date is not the only, but one of the key factors in buying options. Because believe me, when I first started option trading and I was fumbling around, I didn't know what I was doing. I was buying option that was expiring 2 or 3 days because I didn't look at the expiration date and wonder why I'm not making any money off of options. All right, let's see what you guys got going on. We have somebody in the chat room. Mike, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, I was seeing that you was on talking about. Have you ever heard of a marijuana ETF called YOLLO?
What is it? What is the ticker's name?
YOLO.
YOLO.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about that pure, that's the pure cannabis ETF. Let me pop this up very quickly for the viewers. I know which one you're talking about. All right, let's look into this one very quickly.
Yeah, I got.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So we're looking at this one very quickly. This is called the Advisory Shares Pure Cannabis ETF. We're going to look at the 5-year stint. This came out on April 18, 2019. So in the past year, it's been up 141% the past 3 months, 94% the past month, 28% the past week, 2.5%, and then today they're slightly down. But Mike, just to say the least, brother, it's doing pretty well.
Oh, it did very well because when I bought it at $11.28 when I bought it. I bought it when it was $11 and some change. $11 some change.
All right, and how much of that money did you donate to the platform?
I only threw. The funny thing about it is I only bought 1 share of it just to see how it would do. That's the crazy part.
I gotcha.
Yeah. And I also bought MJ too. And I bought MJ like about $10 when I bought it.
How many shares of MJ did you buy?
Actually got a share of MJ on Robinhood. I got MJ on Stash too.
How many total shares do you have of MJ?
If I had to say 2, with separate platform, I have like a total of 2.
2 shares.
Like I said, I was just bought. Yep.
What you gonna do with that?
Oh, I'm buying some more down the line. I'm definitely buying some more down the line.
MJ is doing very well. Also, Advisory Share Pure Cannabis is doing very well when I'm looking at it right here. So essentially, we can invest in both of these particular stocks, but we can't do none of that Wall Street best stuff because we're going to lose. All right, Mike, thank you for joining me today, brother. I do appreciate your input. All right, moving right along, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to look at, we got some more notes here from Steve. He said, also moving to Uganda next month. I have access to African exchange with US dollars. You already know what it means to be able to buy a huge number of stocks, Warren Buffett style. Okay, I concur. All right. Steve also says where even bad decisions pay off. Bad decisions pay off. Yeah, I'm going to ponder on that for a moment. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have right now. Thank you for joining me. This is Financial Literacy 101. Learn money and be inspired. And when it comes to cannabis stocks, hold what you have. Don't sell, don't buy, hold it. I'm out.